Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me today on our ongoing virtual Lunch and Learns. Today, I thought it'd be a good idea to go over Paragon Connect. If you guys don't know what that is the new native web app that Paragon has released. So if you guys are used to, going onto Paragon on your phone or your tablet, you may have noticed it doesn't really work that well. So they launched a new app to where you can access Paragon. And it's called Paragon Connect. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys have any questions, just use the little question box or the little chat box up there on your Zoom meeting, and then I'll get to those at the end just to help the webinar go on a little bit smoother. We're going to keep those to the end. So if you keep them in there, if you write it in the chat box, I'll be sure to see those at the end, and then we'll go over those. So I'm on my iPhone. This is able to be accessed through Android as well. So you guys will have access to that. Doesn't matter if you're on an Android or an iPhone. So the first thing I'm going to do is just open up my browser, which is going to be Safari. You guys might have Google Chrome on there. So whatever one it is, you're going to go to your web browser, and I'm just going to go to the home page, and I'm at the very top. I'm going to type in there kren.paragonrels.com. Okay. So kren.paragonrels.com. You guys may be familiar to this page where it gives you three choices: Paragon Mobile, Paragon MLS, the full version, or Paragon Connect now. So the full version is probably what you guys have used. Doesn't really work that well. You can do it, but it's glitchy, hard to get to where you need to go. And then Paragon Mobile, we're going to kind of cut that out, so you won't even see that towards the end of this year. It will be removed. So really what you're going to be looking for is the Paragon Connect. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Paragon Connect. I'm going to using my same credentials as I would logging into Paragon regularly. So I'm going to go ahead and type in my credentials here. And then we're going to go ahead and hit sign in. So this is what it looks like. Paragon Connect takes you to the home page. This is what we call your dashboard. You'll see a couple of things up at the top. You have in the top left-hand corner, you have your hamburger menu, the three little lines stacked on top of each other. You click on that and it will go to other areas, which we'll get to in a minute. You have your home button, so if you ever need to go home, you just click on that home icon and it will take you back to your dashboard. And then your gear icon, which the only thing that you really can do in there, the gear icon, is select the theme. So if you guys want to change it colors, then you definitely can. Just go up to that gear icon in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to go ahead and navigate back to the home page, the dashboard. And then right below those three icons up there in the purple bar, right below that, is going to be your power search. So you can search for listings, agents, contacts, save searches, all that information there. So for instance, if I type in 100, I'm going to hit search, and it's going to bring up my saved searches with the word 100 in it. It's going to bring up any listings with the address 100. Well, it's going to be up to 10 listings. So you'll have 10 listings that you can see. Members, so you can search for a member if you need to. An office as well. So if I needed to find an agent, I can just literally go up here to the power search and type in their last name, and it's going to bring up any listings with the word Allen, of course, in there. And then if I scroll down, I'll have all my members with the name Allen. And then I can click on their information, and I can get all of their contact info. I can get their email, their phone number, and I can see that information, and I can call them straight from the app. So if you guys ever need that phone number or that email, you guys can look for it in Paragon Connect by just, right there at the power search. Also, there's going to be another menu, which I'll show you, where you can do that as well. Like I said, you can look for contacts as well. So if you guys have a contact in your system that you need to get to really quick, you guys can just type in the name up there at the top, and you'll see I have, again, my saved searches. But if I scroll down a little bit, I'll have my contact right there in the middle of my screen as well. So you have the ability to search for members, contacts, saved searches, offices, and listings, all by just using that power bar up at the top there. So again, if I just typed in river, it's going to give me all the listings that have, you know, river in the address. Okay, so you guys can use that power search to quickly find the properties or stuff within your Paragon account without even leaving the home page. Underneath that power search, you have your information. So it has your profile picture, your name, and your office. And then this is where it gets really cool. If you guys use the Paragon, the collaboration center within Paragon, you guys can access all that information about your client's collab center site straight by using your phone. So for instance, I have an active buyer right now, and excuse me, sorry, all that smoke that's in the air, it's getting to me. So like I was saying though, you have your active buyers here. So if you set up a collaboration center for an account in Paragon, you guys can come to your phone and see all that activity straight from here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on the little initials, the gray box, the BF. So if I click on that, it's going to take me to that collaboration center like site basically, where I can now do stuff within the collaboration center straight from my phone. So for instance, if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see I have, you know, for this contact, I have 76 undecided, 10 favorites, 3 possibles, and 0 rejected. So if I wanted to, I could just click on, you know, what the favorites are, and it's going to give me that list of all those favorite listings that my client has favorited. So I can look at those straight from my phone here on the new Paragon Connect site. If I go back and I go back to this contact where I have all my collaboration center tracking information, if I scroll up to the top, I'm going to see all these little purple bubbles. The first one's edit. So if I need to edit this contact information, I can go ahead and edit it from here. First, last name, email, and phone number. I can edit that and update that, and that will go over to Paragon as well. So anything you do in Paragon will be reflected here, and vice versa. Anything you do here will be reflected in Paragon. The next one is the phone. So if I needed to call this contact right now, I could just click on that little phone, and it's going to bring up that pop-up. Do you want to call? And I could just click that to call my contact. I can additionally send an email. So if I just do compose email, I can now send an email straight from here as well. And then the collaboration center, the CC2 purple button. You can view their collab center straight from your phone. So if I click on that little purple CC2 button, it's going to open up a new thing. And since I'm in my own account, it's not going to like me. So, but for you guys, if you click on that, it will take you to their collaboration center. So I did have this working earlier though, so I don't know why it's not working now. But either way, that will definitely work for you guys if you guys want to view that collaboration center. And so I can see all my contacts though by going over to so now I'm on the home page still, and all I'm doing is just using my right and left arrows. And if you had more, I only have 1 set up, but if you guys had say 3 or 4, you guys would be able to filter through those by using those little arrows. If you click on show more, it's just going to show you all your contacts within the system. So like again, I have my, you know, active clients, and I barely have, you know, 4, but that's the only one I have the collaboration center set up, it looks like, for. So that's what that shows you is, you know, active client. If I click on that, it's going to show you if you have that collaboration center set up, and you'll know right away if you do or not by having that CC2 button up in the top right hand corner, which I wish it would let me do it, but unfortunately that will work for you guys. If you have that set up, you can view their collaboration center straight from your phone. So you guys can look at your contacts. You guys can see the collaboration center. You can see that in real life, in real time. As soon as they, favorite something or organize it or put it in a folder or have a comment or any of that stuff, it will show up here. Again, if I just keep on scrolling down a little bit, these are all my comments I kind of just made to myself. So if they write a comment to you, then it will show up here on your homepage if you just scroll down a little bit. So that's the dashboard though. So again, you guys are going to be able to search for listings, agents, contacts, saved searches, all of that stuff by using that power search. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see all your collaboration centers that you have set up for your contacts and be able to go in there and look and see what that client is doing on that collaboration center. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, it's going to give you any kind of comments or any activity that you have on that collaboration center. Okay, so that's the dashboard. Up in the top left-hand corner, I'm going to click on those three little lines again, my hamburger menu, and now I'm going to get all my different menu options of what I can do within Paragon Connect. So we're just at the dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and move down to property search. So if I just click on property search, I'm going to be able to select my class that I want to search for, just like you would in Paragon. So residential, land, etc. And then down at the very bottom of that, though, you see it says load save searches. So if you guys have some searches set up in Paragon, you guys can actually see those through Paragon Connect. So these are all my saved searches. I can go ahead and load one of these up and look at all those listings within this app as well. And you'll just notice it is definitely a different look and feel as if you were using this instead of Paragon. But you'll notice how much easier and smooth and really user-friendly this is instead of going to the Paragon desktop site. It's really hard to use that. I've tried it, and it's just, I'm glad that they came out with this because it makes it easier for you guys to be able to search the MLS than using the desktop version on a phone. And again, all of the things aren't available yet, so it's not going to be like you could do everything you would be able to do in the desktop version, but they are going to be releasing stuff. So they'll keep it updating and they'll add more and more functionality to it. So for now, though, you guys can do property searches, you can look at listings, you can email these out, you can text them out, and I'm going to show you all that. So it's pretty extensive still to what you can do in here. So for the sake of this webinar, I'm just going to do a residential search. So I clicked on property search and I'm just going to select residential. And then I'll show you one limitation within your search is this is not going to be able to be edited. So you can't bring in new fields here. If you wanted to bring in new fields into Paragon Connect, you would first go and change it in Paragon. So get your search set up the way that you want it within Paragon, and then that will transfer over to the Paragon Connect site. So the fields that are in here, they're going to stay in here unless you change them through the desktop version of Paragon. But as you can see, even without adding anything, there's still pretty extensive search, fields here. So just know if you do want to add those, you definitely can. It's just going to be through Paragon that you do that. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, you have three little dots there. You can reset the default. So if you guys just wanted the default search, then you guys can click on those three little dots and then hit reset default, and that will kind of just kick it back to its original template. Right next to that is a folder. So if I wanted to load my saved searches from here, I can click on that folder and it's going to give me all my saved searches. So there's another way to get to your saved searches. If I wanted to go ahead and look at these, I can just click on that little folder and then load that saved search. If I wanted to start a new search, I definitely can, and I can just go, hey, I just want to look at all the new listings. And now a new icon pops up down there bottom left-hand corner. It's a little floppy disk, so you can actually save these searches as well. So if you guys are out in the field and you guys want to set up a search and then come back to it later within Paragon on your desktop, then you can search right here, save it, and then go back to Paragon on your desktop, and that search will be there for you. Okay, so you definitely can save those searches. So now I have just the status is going to be a simple search. So I'm going to just throw in the new status there. Up in the very top right-hand corner, you can kind of see the results. It's going to tell you how many results you have. Mine says 23. It's kind of smaller up in the top right-hand corner. So I have 23 new listings here. Let's just go ahead and take a look at these. So I'm just going to hit the little purple search button there. And you'll see I have my grid, or I guess I don't know if it's called the grid or the tile view or whatever, but you have this view. This is one of 3 views that you can have when looking at these listings. Just kind of the list view, that's what it's called. The list view, you scroll down and then the listings will be there. You know, if you guys use HomeSnap or, you know, Realtor.com or Zillow, it's kind of familiar to that. You just kind of scroll down and you can see all those listings that came from your search. Up in the top left-hand corner, you'll see a little drop down and mine says map view. So if I click on that, I can now see the grid view, which is going to be kind of like the list, but it's just a little bit smaller. And then I have the thumb view, which was what we were on. For whatever reason, it was showing that I was on the map view, which I wasn't. So the thumb view is going to be that. And then we just went over the grid view. So that's kind of smaller, kind of gives you a little bit more details, kind of right there in front of you. So, and then you have the map view, which is my favorite. I love going by the map just because I want to see where these properties are. So now I can look through these listings and I can scroll in on my map and I can see where these all are. So now if I just clicked on one of those bubbles, it's going to give me a little bit more information on that property. It's going to take you to what this would be in Paragon, the all fields detail. You're going to have all your pictures here. And then if I scroll down a little bit, I'm going to have some of the property information. I'm going to have general information. So all of the information that's in Paragon is going to be here. And this is going to be all the information. So you wouldn't be missing anything by using Paragon Connect instead of the desktop version of Paragon. Agent office, map, property history, and automated valuations if you want those on there, and then the calculator as well. So all that information is available to you guys within the listing all fields detail page of Paragon Connect. If I click on the 3 little dots up in the top right hand corner, I can now get driving directions, which is kind of cool, kind of nice. That's kind of popular within Paragon. I know I've had that a couple of times, is, you know, can I get some driving directions to these properties? Well, if you guys use Paragon Connect, it will just pull up your maps and it will give you those directions right there in your map. So it's pretty cool. I know that that's one thing that a couple of agents have called and asked me on is, you know, what if I want to get some directions to that property? Within Paragon, it's a little bit harder. You can do it, but it's not as easy as this, where you click on, you know, 2 clicks and get those directions. Especially if you're out in the field and you have your phone for GPS or whatever, you can pull up the property and get those driving directions straight from Paragon Connect. You guys can also view it in HomeSnap. If you guys are a part of Cloud CMA, you can create flyers, property reports. You can view this in RPR. You can get the walk score, and you can also do showing time with it as well, which I don't think mine's going to work, but your guys' will. Yeah, so I guess mine does work. So that's pretty cool. You guys can set up showings within Paragon Connect as well. I didn't think mine was going to work, but it did. Sometimes you guys have more functionality because you guys are set up in the system differently than me. So some of these integrations work with your guys' accounts, but not mine. So it's hard for me to show those. But that's just by accessing up there in the 3 little dots in the top right-hand corner. So just to be aware, those 3 little dots is going to give you more menu options. And then there's this little purple bubble with this little, it's a share icon. So in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a purple bubble and has a little icon in there. If I click on that, I can message this, so I can text it to somebody, or I can email it out to them. So again, pretty simple. Pull up the property. If you want to get that texted over to somebody or emailed out, you can just click on that little purple icon, and it's going to give you those two icons to either text message or email. Okay, so you guys have a lot of functionality when it comes to searching. You definitely can come in here and search for all the different classes. You can load up your saved searches. And one of my favorite things about searching on this, on Paragon Connect, is the My Location search. If you guys are wherever you are, if you're in a neighborhood and you're like, hey, I want to see what properties are in this neighborhood, are available for sale, or whatever the case may be, I can come to my location search, and that was just up there in the hamburger menu. It's right underneath property search, my location search. Click on that, and all I have to do is literally hit search at the bottom. If you guys want to update the residential class and the status, you guys can do that as well. But if I just hit search now, it's just going to pull up the map, and it's going to show me all the properties that are around me that are for sale. So if I zoom out a little bit, because there's probably not going to be too many right smack in the middle of downtown, but if I scroll out a little bit, you'll see that listings will start to appear. So now I can see all these listings that are around me that are for sale. So it's really, I like it just because it's super simple, super easy. Super easy to get those properties pulled up. If you guys are out in the field and you guys want to see what's available around you, pull up Paragon Connect, go to My Location search, and then all you do is just hit search, and it's going to show you all those properties that are around you. You have your hot sheet again. So if I clicked on hot sheet, I'm going to be able to do a couple of different things here. So I can choose my class. I can do my hot sheet status. So if I just want to see status to expired, that's another popular one. Status to expired. And then I can select my hot sheet type as well, and a different area. So if I wanted to do, let's just do Montrose area. So I'll just do Montrose, and then go ahead and X that out. Oh, I didn't select it, sorry. On Montrose, check all, hit check up at the top, and now I can go ahead and search the hot sheet for those properties as well. So I have 20 results, okay? So you have your property search, you have your location search, and you have your hot sheet search. So 3 different ways, and the power bar search on the homepage, which is essentially 4 different ways to search while using this app. You have your contact manager, which we kind of touched base on. So all your contacts within Paragon, they'll be in here. So if you guys need to see their information, contact info, their collaboration center, you guys can see all your contacts within Paragon as well from the contact manager page. Member search, again, that's kind of like the power search where you could type in the agent's name and it will search for it there. You guys can do that here as well, or an office. So if I, wanted to say Alan again, all I have to do is just type in Alan, make sure agent is selected, and then I can select even how to search. So does it contain, or does it start with? So if it contains Alan, I can just hit search, and it's going to bring me up that roster for anybody with the name of Alan. So I have all my all the agents within Paragon here have their email address and their phone number. And you can, again, if I just clicked on it, it's going to ask me, do I want to call them? So you don't even have to type it into your phone. You just click on that, and it's going to ask you to call them, and then voila, your phone will be ringing them. And then tour and open houses. If you guys want to search for open houses or tours, you do have the ability to search for those within Paragon Connect as well. So as you can see, just running through it again, I do it a little bit faster just because we have a limited time. But you guys can definitely go in there. This is live. You guys are able to use this. Not 100% functionality that you guys would have with using the desktop app, but let's face it, not all of us are in front of our computers at all times. So sometimes you guys are out and about and you need to find you know, either a search or a listing or a member or one of your contacts, phone numbers or something like that, this is just an easier way than trying to log into Paragon through the desktop version and trying to do it within there, because it's not made for the mobile phone. So you guys have access to this now to be able to do that through Paragon Connect. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. It's pretty simple, straightforward app. I don't think that you'll get lost too many times when you're using this. Don't be afraid to play around with it. Can't really break anything, so if you guys are afraid that you guys messed anything up, just let me know. We can definitely fix that. So hopefully you guys can take away and start using this app, and call me if you have any questions. I know you guys are busy out there, so thank you again for joining me today on this Lunch and Learn. We'll be doing another one next week. I'll be posting the sign up and stuff like that a little bit later in the week, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys have any suggestions on what you want me to cover, I'm always open to ideas and to subjects. And thanks again for joining me, and have a good day out there. I have a couple of minutes to stay on. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to help. And really, if there's any questions besides Paragon Connect, I'll try to answer them right now for you as well. So if not, hopefully I see you guys next week. And if you need me, you know where I'm at. So thanks. All right. Looks like we don't have any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and end the webinar. Thanks again, guys. Stay safe and healthy out there, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.